July the 14th. I'm just pulling into my office here, and I got a back end load of BB squared. Craig and I went up and got yesterday, but it's about 7 o'clock in the morning, and Ryan is on his way up here, and him and I haven't got anything done this year, but work basically. I've been trying to build a new house and get catfish getters shipped out the door, and he's been checking crops for farmers and taking care of 2 new kids at home and all sorts of stuff. But we're gonna take this morning finally and try to get some cameras up and get some BB squared in front of them and see if we can't figure out what's around. I did get 1 camera up earlier this year and got some pictures of our #1 buck up here in Nebraska we call Longhorn. He's gonna be just an absolute stud this year. Be my 3rd year with him. Jarrett and I saw him a couple times last year on the farm, and he's just unbelievable. So I'm gonna unload some of this BB squared here at my office, and then Ryan and I are gonna head out and try to get some cameras up. See what happens. Morning, sunshine. Do the do.
It's so much better out of a can.
Oh, is it? Usually they say it's so much better out of a bottle.
Only beer.
Only beer. Alright. So, Ryan and I just snuck down here. We just went and put some feed out on our Nebraska spot where him and I planted a food plot earlier this year. We were a little worried about the plot. We planted a bunch of clover in there, and the heat and stuff just kind of knocked it out earlier, but it looks really good now after some rains. But we just snuck down here to what we call the Kansas timber, right on the state line of Kansas. I actually shot Big 9 right over here. He come out of this timber right here, walked out into this. It was Milo last year, and Jarrett and I were sitting on a tree right over there. We put him down.
Meh.
We got him, buddy.
Oh,
we just killed Big 9.
Good job, dude.
We just killed Big 9. This season has been an absolute roller coaster ride. That deer right there absolutely caused me fits last year. I hunted that deer for a complete straight month last year with my wife during muzzleloader season. I had him out in the field, 310 yards, with a muzzleloader.
Just get
Good
busy
job,
now.
man. God, thank you, brother. Thank you. Seriously, thank you. I appreciate you so much, man.
He's way bigger than I
he's a
thought he
giant,
was
man.
from trail cameras.
He's a giant. Well, we sat here for a second, kind of collected ourselves. We're gonna walk over here and get him, man. He did not go anywhere. It's so cool. We hunted this deer all last year, all of December, with a muzzleloader, with CVA last year. Could not get him killed. We had him 2 different times, maybe 3 different times, with no camera light. One time stood out there for like 30 or 40 minutes at 300 and some yards, right behind my house, which is just right over here. Could not get him killed with a muzzleloader. There he is right there. He is a stud. Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh, look at this. This is a stud. We call this deer Big 9. He showed up last year, and I honestly, truly think that I found his sheds. I never knew he existed till last year. I think I found his sheds last year, but from the year before, and he was a 10 then. And you can see he's still got the nubbin to grow a 10, but he just didn't do it. He was a stud last year. Basically, it was the same buck, just not quite as much mass. And he packed on the mass this year. Grew some stickers on his tine, or his brow tine here. And just a horse of a deer. This is the biggest body deer I think I've ever shot, man. Huge body. Huge body deer. He just rubbed a tree. His hocks are wet as can be. Just an absolute stud of a Nebraska buck / Kansas buck. He actually, that timber line right there is the Kansas state line.
Two?
Yeah, if you can. Since you're such a workhorse of a mule. I'll grab a cube. Well, Ryan's getting the feed put out here. Got a camera here in my hand. We've actually got a stand right over there. We had it there last year. God, mosquitoes in here are just terrible. Oh, I had a mineral lick right here last year. They're still kind of hitting it. But this feed ought to keep them busy for a little while. I'm gonna get this camera put up. I'm gonna get the heck out of here and see if we can't get a picture of some of these good deer that are in this area. Get going. It's middle of July already. September 1st is the opener. We don't have that long. We gotta get our butts going. Ryan and I did pull one card over on the Nebraska ground. So we're gonna give it a look here. It's been over there for about 2 or 3 weeks. I'm sure the card's probably full. But we'll find out. That's Longhorn. He is.
He is hungry.
Well, I'm jumping in my vehicle here. We're gonna run down to one of the Kansas farms. We haven't been to any of the Kansas farms yet this year, but Ryan and I just got pictures of Longhorn, and I can't even describe to you how like excited I am to get that deer. Like this is the 3rd year we've had him on the farm. We've seen him every single year. We passed him a bunch last year, knowing that he'd blow up into something big this year, and he is just absolutely incredible. But the pictures we got of him were on the 2nd, and it's now the 14th, so you know he's got more growing to do. And Whitney and I actually saw him. We watched him out of the pickup the other day in a field. So we're starting a story, guys. I pray that one of us, my dad or me or Ryan or Whitney, one of us 4 can get him killed on camera for you guys. And I don't know, he's just something special. Just a really cool story. And I don't know, I don't even know what to say about him, but we're gonna head down to one of my favorite Kansas farms here and get another camera up and see what's down there. Yep.
I'll take the 4-wheeler.
Could. Probably be easier.
Yeah.
I need to fix mine. Mine's got flat tires.
We can buzz over there on that.
These beans look terrible. Too much water.
They were planted pretty late because they stayed wet for so long.
Yep.
I'll unload that.
Okay. These beans, I was saying these beans on this farm don't look the greatest, but this farm in this area right here, we had like 20 some inches of rain this year, like in a pretty short amount of time, and it's still wet here. It's crazy. Ryan's gonna unload the 4-wheeler and so we can buzz in here. Mine's a little bit out of commission because I got 2 flat tires on the front that I haven't got fixed yet. So I'm gonna jump out, load some Big and J up, and head in here, get a camera up.
Lovely starshine lights my way to bed. Magic rainbows glisten in my head. Just like a child I live in Wonderland. All my dreams are coming true.